What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TNK. Taylor here, and I apologize about the little bit of delay, but essentially, if you saw from the title, this video is why there was a delay. Finally got my RTX 2070 Super in, and we're going to take a look at it. So as I said, I apologize about not making some videos in the brief amount of time, but I didn't have a graphics card, thus my computer was inoperable. I couldn't do anything, couldn't edit, couldn't do anything like that. But finally got my Gigabyte RTX 2070 Super in. It's the overclocked edition, but it doesn't have all the fancy RGB lights on the fans. It just has the one on the side, and you'll see videos of it. Now, with the RTX 2070 Super out, as many of you probably have already seen reviews on, when the RTX 2070 came out last year, it came out at a base price of $599 for the Founders Edition. With the Super releases, which is essentially the refresh, the 2000 series refresh, as we saw with the previous, the 1000 series or 1000 series, whatever you want to call them. It was a refresh to the previous architecture. That's essentially what we're seeing here. So with the Super, NVIDIA estimates you get about a 16% increase, but we're going to actually look at the specs and see what actually increased between the two, and then we're going to go into benchmarks and take a look at those. But with the new Super release, the Founders Edition is $499, which means that you're going to be able to get aftermarket cards, as you've already seen on the market, once they're starting to get in stock and prices kind of level out. Going to be able to get them for right around that price, and possibly even a little under with rebates and sales that are going on, which is great for us. Now, this video is not a comparison on which you should get: AMD, the 5700 XT versus the 2070 Super. I already had a 2070. I was able to send it back, and I got the Super and ended up paying the exact same price and got performance increase. I already had it. I will save that discussion for another video. But now with the 2070, I'm going to be looking at the Founders Editions. It's just easier to compare it. I'd have to find like the exact 2070. So let's just take a look at the Founders Edition of the 2070 and 2070 Super and see what changes. Looking at the 2070 Founders Edition, it comes with 2,304 stream processors and 144 texture units. The ROP unit stays the exact same across the board. The tensor cores go from 288 to 320, and then the RT cores, that ray tracing beautifulness, goes from 36 to 40. That's what we get. But it's really the stream processors and the texture units that really give us that bump up in games, as well as the increase in your stock speeds with the card. The base clock of the Founders Edition is 1,410, and it jumps up to 1,605, so we're getting just a pretty decent base clock boost with just the Founders Edition. And then looking at the boost clock, we're going from 1710 overclocked, is what it says, so I'm assuming overclocked out from NVIDIA, up to 1770, so we're getting a little bit of an increase there. Video memory stays the same, memory speed stays the same with the exception of the 2080 Super, and the power connections now goes from a single 8-pin, depending on the one you buy. Aftermarket cards did have 8 and 6 pins, but the Founders Edition had just an 8-pin. With the 2070 Super power connectors, it is an 8-pin and a 6-pin, so requiring just a little bit more power, and of course the TDP has increased. With that, also looking at the Founders compared to the Super, essentially the only thing that changed between the reference models is the little metal piece, aluminum piece right in between the two fans. It goes from kind of like a matte aluminum finish to a shiny finish that says Super in green. Now we're gonna hop over, take a look at benchmarks, go through 3D Mark, Pass Mark, take a look at what we were really getting out of this bad boy. My test system, and my only system really, is a X470 motherboard with a Ryzen 2700X with the Precision Boost overclock on, or overdrive on. So I'm pushing like 4.2 when it likes to boost up. Running 16 gigs of 3000 speed RAM at cast latency 15, I believe. It's the Team Group Vulcan, just plain silver, nothing fancy. And I'm running the Gigabyte 2070 Super. Along with that, I have a Sabrent 256 M.2 NVMe and that is my boot drive, which has the 3D Mark and such installed on it. So let's go over to benchmarks, see what the actual increase is, and we can come right back. So from the results, you can see that it's a pretty damn good card. And obviously I'm in different clothes. It's been a whole night of benchmarking and everything like that. So I'm tired. I'm calling it quits here. The 2070, a big step up over the 2070 Super is a big step over the 2070. As always, guys, leave a comment down below. Let me see what else you'd like to see me do benchmarks on. If you want to see a review of the RX 5700 line, let me know. It's always appreciated, guys. Hit the like if you like the video, and always subscribe so you can stay tuned for all of our future content. As always, you guys have a good one.